right, let's see. All right, guys, we're ready to go, man. New week, we back at it again, chat. All righty. What's up, chat? How you guys doing today, man? Sunday, about to lock in. Yeah, let's get to work. All right. So this week we got Nas on our hands and we got gold. So we're gonna see what's going on. But Nas definitely been playing out pretty smoothly towards the end of the week, last week after triggering stop loss first. So now we're going to get some more movements on this trade, on this setup. It's just a matter of getting ready, being in position, making it happen. All right, so I'll go ahead and analyze gold first real quick because there could be opportunities for us right now. And Nas is going to go, but we know most of the bigger move is going to start happening during New York session. And best days of the market, Wednesdays and Thursdays. So as long as we know that, we'll be good to go. What's my gold here? Let me put it up. XAU USD. Okay, there goes gold. Let me see if I can find the one I did my previous analysis on. Yeah, that was it right here. That's one of them. Let me see the other gold. Yeah, let's do this gold right here. Yeah. All right, we're gonna clear this one out, and then we're going to redo our analysis. So if you guys been paying attention since last week, we've been talking about gold going from zone to zone. I have to say, I have to be honest, this gold trade for the buy was not as smooth, but overall in the higher time frame, it was pretty smooth. So realistically, I already know take profit is going to reach up here by the time it's fully done. So that's one of the confirmations as well. That's showing us that price is headed towards the higher highs to give us that take profit. So first thing first, what I'm going to do is start removing some of these previous analysis here. 1 second. One second, guys. All right, so this move looks so clear, but right now there's a lot going on. Let's go ahead and start with a fresh analysis. All right. So this is how it looks. Higher high, higher low. That was a support zone. Price pushed up, making higher highs, going towards take profit zone right up here. Very simple. So on the higher time frame, this is how it looks. On the higher time frame, this is the monthly time frame we're looking at right now. So you guys could see it's already going bullish. What's up, chat? Tweezy, nice to have you on. Let's get it. All right. So realistically, guys, looking at gold, we still are in a consolidation on the higher time frame. Okay, let's break this down real quick to see. All right, let's pull it up. Go ahead and mark, go to zoom, new. Just so I could be able to draw in my screen here. All right, if you look here, on the weekly time frame, we seen higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. Notice that on the weekly time frame, okay, this is a big time frame now, the weekly time frame, we have not had a breakout yet. We not have had a breakout yet. So a breakout is going to be to the upside like this, going up out of that zone. So breaking this resistance zone to the upside, breakout, or a breakout to the downside, going down for a sell. So we still have not reached that moment yet. And after, when we get this breakout from the higher time frame, we're going to get major pips on gold. So we just go ahead from here. Understand that's what's going on in the weekly. We just go from weekly to daily. This is what's going on as well. Low, low, low highs, low, low, low highs, low, low, low highs, low, low, low highs for new lower highs. Potentially, we had a signal here from the daily time frame that gave us a buy signal since a while back before, a long time ago. So that's a crazy swing signal right there. Oops, I don't know what happened to my chart. I hate when this happened. Let me undo. There it goes. Yeah, so we had this signal here. Now that same signal is pushing price higher from this area here. Higher highs, higher lows. We still have a major uptrend line here, right above, right below this area. I could do the trend line, or I could just leave it as is. All right, this is how it looks on the H4 time frame. So the H4 time frame right now, for the time being, for the moment, is most important, because this is where we're gonna get the action throughout all week. So right now, I could see, okay, on the daily time frame, if price decides to continue pushing up, let's say we get a signal, a half trend turns green, we get a green candle bullish, we're going back above here, and that's a pretty steep destination for take profit. All right, now for that to happen, you would also have to see that happening as well on the H4 time frame. So right now on the H4 time frame, based on what we know, price going from zone to zone, from the bottom to the middle, middle to the top, top to the bottom. With that being said, we understand now, okay, for this week, potentially, all right, after we get our signal with the key zone, so key zone being key zone entry high, key zone entry low. Once price becomes very stable at these areas here and not move around, then we'll see where we're going to have our breakout. And the breakout is going to be either price breaking out of the key zone to go up for a take profit, or below the key zone to go down for a sell for take profit here. And in the strategy, we already have our take profit. So take profit for the sell will be right here. Take profit for the buy would be right here. And all you have to do is see where price is fully breaking out of to be able to fully capitalize on this potential buy move here that we have. So at 12 a.m., the key zones from the jackpot strategy become very stable. So after 12 a.m., you guys would be able to see, all right, the key zone are not moving anymore. So wherever they are at, whatever price it comes down to at the end, that would be the entry price for the breakout that happens here. So once the breakout happens, is going to leave the key zone behind. And your goal is to either have the key zones be your entry or the daily entry line be your entry. So right now we get an opportunity for both. I definitely don't want to ignore this potential buy, that continuation that's happening, but at the same time we can get pullbacks as well. So before I go to the next time frame, I'm going to go ahead and mark my zones here. We're going to go ahead and call this the middle Bollinger Band. All right. Middle. Let's just put H4. So that's how you analyze your chart for MBB with the jackpot strategy. So all I'm saying is, an abbreviation is H4 middle Bollinger Band. So we'll just have H4 middle Bollinger Band there. So we know whenever a price is there, that's mean middle Bollinger Band. We're also going to mark where potential take profit would be as well, which would be top Bollinger Band on the H4. So this week on gold, I want you guys to see where on the H4 time frame we're going to get full take profit. So if it's going to go for a buy, then it's going to go to the top Bollinger Band on the H4 time frame. If it goes for a sell, then it's going to the bottom Bollinger Band. But before all of that happened, price gives us take profit at average daily range, which is the brown line here in the indicator. So the brown line is the average daily range that you will get for the take profit for each breakout. So we have one for both buys and sells. I think the buys is going to happen more than the sell. So I just wrote it down, middle Bollinger Band, click OK. And then right here is the top one. Double click on that. We're going to write H4 top BB. Alright, H4 top Bollinger Band. And I'm going to color code it red as well. Oops. Put that red. Yep, there it is. Alright, so now we have H4 top Bollinger Band, which is red. That's the destination. So let me calculate how many pips that would be. $430 pips. A good amount of pips. Alright, so right now we look to see on the smaller time frame. Before we go, let's go ahead and add our trend line. Let's do it from the H4. I mean, how would that look? Let's see. Alright, this is it right here on the H4. Here to the H1. Alright, we could see the pullbacks happening. There's a daily entry line here. It's not showing, so let's see on the smaller time frame. It should be showing. Let me make sure all my indicators are on. Daily entry is on. One second, let me see. It's loading. Daily entry is somewhere down here. Daily entry right here. There it is. It's all mushed up together at this area here, right before the breakout. Okay, not bad. All right, so I definitely think we're gonna get a nice little pullback here. If we could get a retest here, that would be beautiful. That's where I would love to buy again. But we'll have to wait and see exactly how that retest would form. But at daily entry, guys, if that's where you want to buy, when price is above it. If price is below it, then you want to sell. So this trend line is very crucial right now for me for the week, because this is an H4 trend line. Alright, so let me actually go write it, just so as I'm trading I could understand. Alright, we're gonna say H4. H4. What is this H4? Trend line. H4 trend line. There it is. So H4 trend line right there. And as you can see, we are getting a nice little pullback on the 1 minute, 1 H1. Let's see, this is how it looks. All right, some major pullback here. All right, the more the pullback, the better our buy entry will be. All right, so as price pullbacks right here, guys, we're gonna get a nice entry here. For me, ideally, I would love to get the re-entry exactly at the trend line. Exactly at the trend line would be the best entry for me overall, realistically. But let's see on the 30-minute how it looks. See, on the 30-minute, price is respecting the uptrend line very well. So I wouldn't be surprised if we get a full complete retest at the trend line here. So I could go ahead and write buy entry as for where I want to buy enter on this trade, which would also be safest as well for me. We'll say this one area. And then this area. We'll say buy entry. I'm just leaving little notes for myself. You know, that's the whole point of analysis. It's helping you, preparing yourself to make the best decision when the time is for you to do that, when the time is right. All right, because it's not just about getting in randomly. You have to plan out your moves so you can make the best decision. So I want to buy entry here exactly at that trend line, and then I'm going to put stop loss right underneath that area. Realistically, 100 pips stop loss would be ideal for this potential buy. But to be safe, you could always do 50 pips or 25 pips. So, go on the 15-minute time frame. Alright, let's see if we do pull back from here. Wow, for us to pass the trend line fully, we'll have to risk 90 pips. But again, you can make it safe by getting out at 45 to 50 pips. But that's really where buy entries is going to be at for real. So this area right here is very crucial to where price is going to go. We go ahead and change this as well. Let me add a support right around here, because I think that's what price is going to fully test. All right, I'm just adding an extra support here exactly at the trend line, just because in case price decides to pull back just a little further, I know I'm straight. All right, so here it is: higher highs, higher lows, higher highs for new higher lows. Again, I really want to enter here or right here for my beautiful buy entry, and then we should be good. All right, let me see in a different perspective what's going on. All right, price is pushing higher. Buy opportunity right now on some opportunities, on some buy moves if you want to take it. But again, there's no rush, you know? There's no rush on gold. You know you're going to get the best moves as possible as long as you are staying consistent and you are following your trading plan. You know, even with a loss, you're always going to be able to come back and stay in the game and make more and more profits. So that's what it's all about, guys. But also enjoy the process as well as you go to it. Celebrate all the small wins and learn the lesson from all the losses. Alright, so I have gold right now in this view on the higher time frame looking bearish still. On the daily, especially on the daily, is looking very bearish still on the daily. On the H4, bearish as well. H1 looks good as well. 30. Yeah, where I have pending orders is a great entry. But where price is at right now is also a great entry as well, if it decides not to continue going down a little further. It's looking very solid for a buy right now. It's right around the daily entry. So that's one of the main moves for me this week, the buy entry on gold. And where are we headed on the buy entry on gold is very easy to know. We're headed to the top Bollinger Band on the H4 time frame. Right up there. Just like that. Take profit. So that's my outlook on gold. We're going to continue buying. Personally, I'm looking for one of the best entries to be able to capitalize on this potential move. But it's definitely a great setup for sure for the week. So the cool part is as the week goes on, you're going to be able to see price actually hitting those zones, which is the middle Bollinger Band, bottom Bollinger Band, top Bollinger Band, over and over. And you being consistent and taking action on these moves is what's going to actually help build your confidence. So no matter how much you have, you could just do it and just take trade, man, and see how it goes for you. Like there's a lot of opportunities as well. Traders now have, and for U.S. clients, most U.S. clients have success trading futures or stocks, and they've made forex a bit harder over time for U.S. clients to really participate. But forex market is the biggest market in the world, and it's just something that's always gonna be there and just keep running. So you gotta just stay consistent. But to know and play the game well, you have to have a game plan. You have to know the numbers, how much you're risking to be able to make, where you're going to enter. It's a lot that goes into it. But shout out to you guys though, that's been showing up consistently, learning and mastering your craft. It definitely pays off over time. I could tell you that. Even looking at it here on the 1 minute time frame, it could fully go test the bottom Bollinger Band. 5 minute time frame is looking like this. Yeah, we could possibly see some more pushes to the downside before it actually buys. But if it does respect the zone and start buying from there, that's also a potential as well. So it's looking very good for the buy right now. Wow, it's pushing, guys. The only issue is price did not fully test the bottom Bollinger Band. And half trend on the 5 minute is all red bearish. So this one I think is gonna keep pushing up. Let's look at that NAS real quick. So this was a NAS. It kind of tricked us out of our trade, took stop loss, but I kept going. I stayed consistent with it, and was definitely able to make some profit on it towards the end, which helped me made up for my losses. So right now, this is the view of it. I want to leave this view here, the same exact way it is, because all of that is just helping me see my original idea for NAS. Now, there's going to be situations throughout the week where I may even end up changing my bias. That's what it's all about. But the fact that I'm able to track the market and see what's going on using the Jackpot strategy is what makes a difference. So these analysis that I did last time, they looking pretty solid here, and we already know if price coming from the middle, it has to go to the bottom. On the H1 time frame, we similar just like gold, but the opposite. And right here, looking at this on the higher time frame, even if we have a new resistance zone right up there, we still going to take profit down here. H1 middle, H1, it was middle Bollinger Band, H1 middle Bollinger Band, but now this analysis have changed. So now it's H1 bottom Bollinger Band. Now H1 bottom Bollinger Band now, and it's now also green. Change the color real quick. Alright, there it is. So I want to see if it's going to keep going here. I'm going to pull this up a little bit to confirm this is done and over it. I'm going to add a order block box right around this corner as well. All right, so I just did a little zone here just to see how price is going to react. I'm actually going to change the color to white just so I could be able to see it as well and know that this is a middle Bollinger Band area from the H1 time frame. All right, there it is. It's exactly right on the middle Bollinger Band right now. So we're gonna get a retest. After the retest, straight sales I'm expecting tonight, tomorrow. So my analysis is still pretty much the same on NAS right now because it's been going good for me since I started calling sales up here. Yes, it was hard. Yes, we had pullbacks, but towards the end of the week, I still managed to take advantage of the opportunity for sure. For sure, for sure. Yes, sir. So now that's the NAS analysis. Again, like I said, we potentially going down here for a take profit. I could go ahead and prepare this position just like that for you guys, just so we could see. And then we're going to see how it all plays out. We'll say average daily range is the take profit. Now, this is going to take some time. There it is, just like that. And then just make perfect. I just want to make this a little smaller. Just like that. And it's more right here than anything. Stop loss right above. And we aiming for about this amount of pips. Oh, it's dropping fast. It is dropping fast. Yep, so that's pretty much it, guys. That's pretty much it. So we're gonna be able to find good opportunities this week. We just gotta apply ourselves, show up, do what we need to do, and yeah, everything should work out for us for sure. But this is just the first live of the week. We got more coming throughout the rest of the week. Again, keep in mind, best days in the market for us is usually always going to be Wednesdays, Thursdays, and sometimes Fridays. A lot of times Fridays more than not. So let's be patient, let the move come to us, but also let's not be paralyzed and not take trades when the opportunity is so clear just to make enough profit to start off the week, because it feels good when you have close some profit entering the week, knowing that's your risk that you're going to now risk and future moves. So it's always good to sit on your hands. It's always good to observe. And when you do take action, guys, make sure that action is very loud. So I'm not going to be on here too long tonight, to be honest with you guys. I am feeling a little bit more tired than usual. So I'm going to go ahead and end the session. But I'm definitely going to tap back in with you guys tomorrow at 8:30 Eastern time. So definitely going to lock in with you guys tomorrow. But like I said, guys, let's be patient. I have my areas where I think gold could potentially reach and test. Once they reach those areas, then I could look for some action. And then NAS, I know we potentially going for a long-term sell, but definitely need to see a nice pullback to give us a better entry. If it does not give us a better entry, then we definitely just going to jump in the trade and make the profit that we need to make. But the confirmation for this NAS sell is going to be when price breaks this zone and go full below that zone long term. All right, so yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. That's pretty much it for tonight. I'm gonna keep you guys posted in the group about my moves in the market, trades that I take, and then I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Let's get it.